come on. Come on, up, up. Up, 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 up. But I did get something in the mail today, and I will show you what that is in a little bit, because we might use it today, if I can figure it out. All right, so it works. Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to Ohrmundt Simmentals. All right, so it is Monday afternoon. Shockingly, it's flipping gorgeous out here. Right now, I am going to go lock the state of war bull in the barn because he's already in there. Because everybody else is locked in, so he can be locked in for tonight. To be just like the other three, or just like the other two. I'm kind of watching these guys in the cameras, and they've been pretty chill. So, again, this is about as nice as it's been bedded in here in a long time. On the dock for today, I'm going to move the cows, so that'll be on the list. And then we might be going to go get the 2030, because it is done. All right, so we just got back from picking up the 2030. It has been a minute since we really drove this guy. And again, paint job not the greatest, but tin on this thing pretty darn straight. I think he also said he had to put a new water pump on this guy, because that was apparently leaking, or the bearing, or was it the bearing that was going out? Might have been the bearing going out in the pump. But he did that. Hey, good morning. It is Tuesday morning, and it is sale day. I'm heading down to pick Dad up, and then we got to grab the trailer from down by the shop. Kind of give it a once over. Shouldn't have to grease the axles or anything. We did that when we went down to Iowa. But probably just go through and double check tire pressure, obviously check lights, and then come back and hope the boys load okay. All right, so we got the trailer. We're gonna back it up. I gotta throw and spread out a bale of shavings. Actually, I don't really spread it out too much. We let those guys do that. Perfect. All right, buddy, come on. Come on, up, up. Up, 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 up. Now what do I do? Just leave them. Hup, 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 hup. Come on, boys. No. Okay, okay. Go, go. Awesome. Thank you. Well, they loaded pretty decent. I was a little nervous about how they would do, but not too worried about those two being together in the trailer because there's no room for them to fight. We got these two guys back here. Hey, how's it going? All right, so we are back from the sale. Yeah, I didn't show you much. I didn't record anything at the sale. Because honestly, you sit there for 2.5 hours. What time did it start? Like 10:30. And ours sold at a little after, like 1:15. I would say they did okay to a little below okay. I was asking 3 for the Bravo Bull, 3 for the State of War, and 35 for the bankroll. They were a little light, but yet in still very good condition. So I'd say they were probably at least 100 pounds off the mark, if not 150, maybe 200 pounds off the mark. So we gotta look. We definitely have to look at our feeding program. I know 2 of them sold fairly local. At least they sold to somebody at the sale. And then did meet up with somebody there that has purchased a bull from us a couple years ago. Somebody who bought they bought an Eagle bull out of a True Justice cow, and he was a really nice looking bull, and he said he's doing a nice job for him, so that was good to hear. Said he's just got a big old wide butt on him. What at first was a little concerned he was going to have some calving issues, but has never had any issues, and great disposition, so that's good to hear. And potentially going to be needing a bull next year. Hey, how's it going? Wednesday afternoon, happy hump day. We're gonna go check on Dad, because Dad had enough. He was sick of it. He started cutting hay. So this field is basically just grass. We don't really care what it is. It's mostly, actually there's a lot of orchard grass that came up. It's mostly orchard, that bluegrass, and there's definitely clover in here. It looks like there's a little bit of alfalfa. But if you look at it, I mean, we have the high stubble shoes, so we leave like 6 inches of stubble already, so we like it. It's better for grass regrowth. Sometimes this field isn't super thick, because over the summer sometimes we'll maybe abuse this one a little bit more also, just because this back pasture is a little bit hard to rotationally graze, because we have to start here and stop here, because this is where we let them across. So Dad's laying it out pretty wide so that it dries. We potentially, if we don't get anything super heavy in rain tonight, we potentially could bale this on Friday. We want to promote the growth of the grass, so we leave a little bit more stubble, similar to the philosophy on the rotational grazing. You want to leave a good amount of stubble. You want to leave a good amount of stubble so that you get a little better regrowth. So Dad's gonna finish this up. He's only got like 2 laps, so I actually have to get moving. And then he's just gonna go right over to this guy right here. It's just another, I don't know, it's like a 2.5, 3 acre field. And as you can see, I mean, this stuff, it's chest height. And this is all orchard grass. This here, I think this is Timothy. Maybe. I don't see a head popping through yet. Dad's already excited. He's having fun. Can't you tell? Hey, how's it going? All right, so it is Friday. That's my stupid attempt at saying Thursday, Friday, because I have the day off tomorrow. First on the list is got to go back and find out what Dad's up to. I think he's disking, so we'll see. We did get more rain again last night. Well, actually early this morning. But I did get something in the mail today, and I will show you what that is in a little bit, because we might use it today, if I can figure it out. All right, so what did I get in the mail today? I got my dart gun. I've been kind of thinking about it. I started thinking about it last year when Bruno had a sore foot, and we had to bring him in, and that was kind of a show. You know, and I think I mentioned this before that I had seen, I think Straight Pipe Acres has the same one. I thought that's the brand name that he had mentioned that he was using. I like the idea of an air delivery versus like a 22 blank delivery, just from a sound standpoint. I don't want to spook them any more than they might already be spooked, and I don't want to spook anything around them. This is the one that New Dart says is for cattle, so it's like a medium range pump up, just like a BB gun. So I did get like the full package. So I've got this extra box over here. So let's open this guy up. This should be the gun, a case, and then some goodies in the other box. And this is in no way sponsored. I wanted a dart gun. There we go. Okay, so it is a breech load. Load here. All right. Yeah, I mean, it feels nice and solid. I mean, it definitely doesn't feel like, feels way better than BB guns I've had before. But I also got the package because, and the gun probably comes with the case normally, but it had the case, and as I started adding things up in the package, it was way more than the overall value of the package was way more than what I paid. So, and I will put a link in the description for the package that I got. So let's open that box up and see what goodies I got. And the case seems fine. This is just I mean, is it super fancy plastic case? But I've never had BB guns that had cases like this. But box number 2. New dart cap. Kind of that nice rustic look. Already broke in. So, new dart cap. Good touch, good touch. And then a ton of darts. And I don't think these are, they do say disposable, so I am assuming then that they are not reusable. And I think I had read that they weren't necessarily reusable, but I'm assuming you can reuse them if you find them. But what do I got here? Type P, these are 3cc. This was the biggest, probably the biggest thing is, what is there, 4, 5, 8 boxes of darts. So there's like 40 darts, which is kind of cool. We got a cleaning kit, and just I think this is an application or syringe, so you can apply it with some thin, longer needles. So loading the dart, we do get target, a little, yeah, little waist pack, little pack to keep all your darts in. That's kind of cool. So that's pretty much it. So yeah, this will be interesting. Okay, so after looking at it a little bit more, things were becoming a little more clear. So what they did is, so there are 8 boxes of needles, and this isn't a bad thing, I don't think. It's fine. It's just understanding what I have in front of me. Basically, they gave me the same size needle in 2 boxes. One is a practice style, and one is the actual needle. Okay, I came out to the bales, and actually I think this target's going to work out okay. So I just stuck it under some twine, but 15 yards, that's probably about as close as I'm going to get to the calf, depending on where I'm at. So let's get this loaded and see what I can do here. All right, got you on the target. I'm going to try and aim for the bottom one first. A little low. Money. I'll take that one. I only had to make 1 click on the rear sight. All right, so it works. Yeah, that was pretty nice. I probably could have backed off 1 or 2 pumps. I don't know. And I guess not really knowing how long the needle's gonna stay in there. I know, like Sunny Farms, I've seen them dart dozens, probably a couple dozen animals in their lots, and he's another guy that was like, that just works, you know, it's a good method, you know, and then he finds the darts, you know, a couple days later. It's not like he's sitting there walking around, follow him, he'll find them a couple days later. Oh, there it is. Dart fell out, just as long as nobody steps on it. There we go, found it. I should be able to clean that up. This is all stainless steel, looks like. Clean that up nice and probably be able to reuse it, I think, maybe. I'll do some looking. And Helga just got bred. Just like, good boy factor, that a boy. Yeah, Emma's cheering section, I guess. But yeah, that was cool. She is feeling a lot better. That foot is like half as swollen as it was the other day. She's still limping a little bit, but I definitely want her to get better a lot quicker than just letting her. I wish I would have had this a week ago. Here's that Bruno bull calf out that 431. He's just got that little speck of white on his nostril. That guy's turning into a tank. All right, so what are we doing here? So this is, like I said, the last chunk before they go over to the yellow water. So what we actually have to do is we have to kind of switch what end is narrow and what end is wide. So the first few chunks on this field, they're wider that way to the east, north and east, and they're narrow by the culvert. Well, now I'm still gonna let them go and cross over by the culvert so they can come up and get water, but there is water in this ditch. But we're narrowed down on that end because this line is essentially flat or perpendicular to what we call our permanent fence. Because then the next chunk they'll get is we're gonna pivot around that yellow water, and that's where we'll start getting skinny, and it'll be north and west to the water that'll be wider, if that makes any sense. So let's move this guy. There's a couple of cows that get a little antsy, and most of the time it's 50 or photo, right? Photo. She's a good cow though. All right, we got the line picked up. That was back this way. And I figured as long as they're coming down here, check some of these guys out just for a couple minutes. Then I gotta head back because it's already 5 o'clock. I gotta go through the baler completely yet tonight. Dad's probably wondering what's taking me so long. But yeah, cows are doing really nice. In a couple weeks I'll start doing some like more discussions about specific animals. And here's the mom of the twins right here. I'll point her out. She's doing nice. She was in heat. She did get bred. Hopefully it's stuck. I guess we'll see as the summer goes. But calves are doing well. Calves are doing well. First calf heifers are looking okay. And yearling heifers are looking nice too. All right, just for a little refresher, we have a case RBX 451 silage special, aka New Holland baler. I can't remember quite what model. I want to say it was like a 644 or something like that, something in that range, or close to a 648, stuff like that. I mean, I've looked at all of those models and found basically the parts that I need. But it is, other than the sticker and the color, it's a New Holland baler, which is nice. But it is also, if we didn't do the silage stuff this year, this probably would have gotten replaced. So we're hoping it works out decent. At least as if it hangs on and does at least as decent as it did last year, because we got it to work a little bit better than the year before. We were having issues with starting our bales, and part of that was we think part of it was our some of our spring settings, just things getting a little bit wore out and not being able to move like they should. But she still works pretty darn decent. 4x5 baler, twine only. Net wrap is a must on our next baler because I want it. So basically going through getting some oil on these chains. I don't want to put a whole lot of oil on the chains. Yes, we put regular just gear oil on the chains, whether that's good or bad or whoever's preference is, but that's what we use. And then hitting all the grease zerks, of course, definitely in the drive line. That guy needs to get greased up good. And then oil in some of these pickup chains, and yeah, that should be about it. And there's a couple on the other side, and then reset, and I think resize, because this should be set for second crop bales, which are a tick smaller. Sorry, the camera died. Well, camera didn't die, the SD card filled up. So everything is greased up. Actually got it hooked up to the Mahindra, which is whatever, it's gonna do what it needs to do. To show some resemblance of safety, I did actually use the hydraulic lockout. So what this does is, as you raise the tailgate, you know, where the bale comes out, you can lock this out, and it locks the hydraulics in place if you need to like service down in here or get in anywhere up here. Yeah, so like I said, I've got this hooked up to the Mahindra. All I need, I don't even have it hooked up to the hitch. I just have it close enough so that the PTO is connected and the hydraulics are connected, so I can do the tailgate and actually rotate it. So, all right, let's fire her up. All right, she is moving. I don't hear anything crazy yet. There's a little bit of a squeak, not sure where that's from. But let's get these chains oiled up and see where we're at. Well, I found that squeak. It was right here. That little bushing rubbing up against this bracket. So Dad is done discing for the night. He was able to get a little bit more, he said, a little bit more ground than he had before. So we're gonna miss out on about 1.5 acres, maybe 2 acres in that corner. So not too bad. So again, I'd like to throw out a big thank you to Straight Pipe Acres for throwing that video out there with the name of the dart gun that you use to point me in the direction of new dart. I'm 90% sure, 95% sure you said that it was a new dart gun. But either way, and that's honestly, that's what I think the best part about YouTube and watching videos of following other guys that do similar stuff to what we do. He's got beef up in Canada, and same with Sunny Farms. They got beef in South Dakota, and different ways to treat them. It's not, you're not necessarily always having to bring them into the chute to do it. And this was super simple. It barely even spooked her, which was really, really nice. And not even, other than the couple calves are right around her, nobody else even moved a muscle. And that's exactly why I wanted the air gun versus 22 blanks version. So thanks to you guys, and if you haven't seen their channel, link in the description for their channel. Also link in the description for the new dart gun. Check it out if that's something that interests you guys. Hope you guys liked the video. Please hit that thumbs up button, hit that like button, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you got any questions or comments, please leave them down there in the comment section. And thanks for coming along.